everyone. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I guess that is such is the life when you work for a major corporation and you're working all the time. And when you're not, you're extremely tired, which is fine. I realized when I got dressed today that I am wearing the exact same outfit that I wore in my last video for this vlog. So clearly it's a thing, and maybe I should just wear it every time I film a video. It can be our thing. So I am finally going to be doing my review for The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which I loved. I love this cover. And look at the pretty spine. So it takes place in the 1700s. It's not very specific about which year, but it's also not important to the story, just kind of the relative time period. And it's about this guy named Monty, and he is about to embark on his grand tour of Europe, which was a thing back then. And the reason why the author Mackenzie Lee chose this time period was because this was when the grand tour was at its height. And so here's Monty. He is a rapscallion. That is a good word for him, I believe. He's always drinking and gambling and sleeping with people, both men and women, and his father is not happy with that, which is problematic for many reasons. But anyway, his father's not happy with that. He's also secretly, well, or not so secretly, in love with his best friend Percy. So he and Percy and his sister Felicity are going on this grand tour. Felicity is going because they're supposed to be dropping her off at her boarding school, which she's supposed to be attending. Then things happen. Monty messes up in many situations because he is Monty. And things happen. They end up on the run on this manhunt across Europe, and they're they're traveling. So they go to France, and then that's where the manhunt starts happening, and then they go to Spain, I believe. They go to Spain, and then they go to Italy, and then they go to Greece, and then who knows? Because that's when the book ends. So yeah. So they do a lot of traveling. It's super cool. But yeah, so that's the main plot of the story. So they're on the run. They're going across Europe. They're trying to find something which you'll recognize if you've read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Nicholas Flamel series. I don't remember what it's called. I know I read the first one, maybe the first two, I'm not sure. I lost interest in the characters. They were annoying me. But so, yeah, it has stuff to do with alchemy, and it becomes pretty dire at a couple points. But yeah, so that is the main spoiler-free part of this review. I'm sorry I'm not amazing at summarizing books without saying what happens. So now on to the spoiler parts. So my favorite. Oh my gosh, Monty and Percy. They are so cute. Their friendship is so cute. Their love story is so cute. Oh my gosh, they're one of my favorite couples ever. Relationship. I was so happy that with the way Mackenzie Lee plotted it out. I get really annoyed with books where they wait until the very end of the book for them to actually be together. Here, not gonna say too much about it. They know about about their feelings for each other before the middle of the book, and then of course things happen and things kind of spiral down for various reasons. But I was really happy with the way she plotted it out. Yeah, so Monty he's been in love with Percy for forever. And Percy's stuck by him through thick and thin, through all the crazy things that Monty does. And he does a lot of things. There was one part in this book when I just completely, I was laughing so hard. I could not stop laughing. I'm pretty sure my roommates thought I was insane. They're like, what is wrong with this girl? But it was hilarious because Monty messes up in a very public and funny way. Monty is a problematic character. I was actually very surprised that I liked him. He's kind of, in some ways, he's like Percy Jackson, and he's very sarcastic, and I love sarcastic characters. But he's a problematic character, but I ended up still loving him. He's always messing up. It's hard for him to, like, see others' perspectives. He's always in his own head. But he struggles with anxiety, which makes him identifiable. It's easy to identify with, and he's just, in some ways, despite all the privilege that he's had a rough life, especially his situation with his father, which is abusive to say the least. It also deals with a lot of important subjects and very interesting subjects, such as race, how a free, rich, relatively, black man is treated in 18th century Europe, and then what was the other one? Oh, it deals with the various diseases, which are very interesting, father-son relationships, and as well with women's roles. That was really interesting. I really liked Felicity's character. Felicity, again, is Monty's sister. She reminded me of Hermione. She is very bookish. She didn't really care about much else. She's very smart. Sometimes I thought it was a little annoying, but she's also kind of the one that I was most like. So, yeah. So that could go either way. I liked her though. Mackenzie Lee is coming out with a book about her in 2018, which I'm looking forward to so much. And Percy and Monty are going to make an appearance at some point. I'm super excited. Yeah. Oh, Percy though I loved him so much. He's thoughtful, he's caring, he has a bit of a temper. I love him though. He and Monty are very different people, but their personalities work so well together. One of the things that I liked a lot about this book is the sexual diversity here. Monty is canonically bisexual, which is really cool. You don't see a lot of that in young YA fiction, so that was really cool. Percy doesn't really say exactly what he is, but probably gay. He's always just been interested in Monty. And then Felicity is strongly hinted at being asexual, so that was really cool. Because you also don't get a lot of asexual characters in fiction. I also just really liked the plot and the writing, as well as the time period. It's been a while since I've read a historical fiction novel, mostly because I just can't get into them anymore. There's so many, like, love triangles. Like, please stop with the love triangles. I can't deal with it. It's also very long. I loved that. Anything under 300 is a short book to me. Anything under 300. Despite its length, it was a very fast read. I often did not want to put it down, and I was upset because I had to go to work, and so I had to put it down. And of course, I was always at the best parts. I was like, And then I had to go. I loved that it had just the right amounts, balance between adventure and romance and suspense. There were a few things that I would have liked to see clarified or just expanded on that could have used more attention, but overall I just really loved it. And I ended up giving it 5 stars and putting it on my favorites shelf on Goodreads. So I definitely recommend reading The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. It's a great book. If you love historical fiction, if you love the 1800s, if you love action, adventure, romance, this is the book for you. I love it so much. Hi, thank you for watching. And my next book review is going to be on The Upside of Unrequited by Betsy Albertalli.